mini meatball pasta. For the mini meatballs, I just added about a third of a cup or so. I don't measure it. I add about enough milk to moisten about a cup of breadcrumb. 1 cup to 1 pound when it comes to meatballs. You can do a plant-based meat substitute. I did beef, pork, and veal mix. Your traditional meatloaf mix is what they call it in the grocery store. So we have meatloaf mix in here. And then again, you want about a cup or a little bit shy of grated Parmigiano Reggiano. And before the show today, I cooked up so it had time to cool, an onion and a little garlic until it was nice and translucent and mushy. And we're gonna add half back to the soup and we're gonna put half in the meatball. And we're going to fine grate in a little nutmeg. I seasoned the beef, pork, and veal mix with a little salt and pepper. Gonna add a little bit of nutmeg, about eighth of a teaspoon, and a little bit of lemon zest. Oh, maybe a teaspoon or teaspoon and a half. A little bit of lemon zest. We'll add the juice of the lemon to the actual dish at the end. Okay, a little parsley, handful of parsley, finely chopped. 1 egg. I always beat the egg up in a dish in case you get a little shell. Big pieces of shell attract shell back so you can get it out easily. And you want to mix it together so it blends into the meatball in a little more glorious of a way. And then we add a little bit of fennel, ground fennel or fennel pollen. I have a little fennel pollen. And if you like, and it's optional, a little bit of pepperoncini. This is ground pepperoncini or red pepper flake if you like things a little spicy. And get this all mixed together. You can pull out a tiny little piece, make a patty the size of a quarter and taste test it. And I'm gonna make meatballs that are pretty tiny, about a big old biteful once they cook down, okay? So we're gonna do about, it's a little over an inch, about 1 1/4 inches. When you quarter all of your protein, you're going to make 4 patties. From each patty, you're going to get 6 rolled balls of whatever your protein choice was. I'm gonna do that and start browning them in a non-stick deep skillet, deep enough that you can add a pound of pasta to it, okay guys? A deep non-stick round skillet, the same one you use for the onions. We're trying to make a 1-pan deal here. Okay guys, when you get your meatballs browned, in the same pan you cooked the onions and the garlic in, you're gonna add 2 quarts of stock. I like to use a combination of chicken and beef because if I were in Italy, for instance, I'd roast some veal bones and use a veal stock. But you can use all vegetable, you can use all chicken, if you're using plant-based meat, of course. You can use all chicken or all beef. But you will need roughly 7 to 8 cups of liquid to cook 1 pound of orecchiette. So now our challenge is to bring this back up to a full boil so we can cook the pasta. From that time on, it's only 7 minutes. I'm adding the rest of the onion and garlic. Remember, we only put half of the cooled onion and garlic into the meatballs. So now we're gonna cover the pan and crank it. Bring it to the highest level and get that to a boil. As soon as it comes to a boil, we can add our pasta. Then the last step, we wilt in the greens. Okay guys, so I'm taking the last handful of escarole. We're wilting in the greens. We have tender, crisp greens. Look, if you like stewed greens, all you have to do is this. Put a lid on it, cook it an extra 5 minutes, and they'll be more tender for you. We add the juice of the lemon we zested. I'm gonna add 1 little extra drizzle of good fancy EVOO over the top. And then serve it up in a nice shallow bowl. A little Parmigiano over the top.